Good morning! Happy Friday! There goes a go-kart. We're gonna get the corn planter out here today and give it a quick bath. Brock's already power washed it a couple of days, but I just wanted to get it out, unfold a little bit, and give it one last little clean up here. And then we're gonna get it unhooked because we need this tractor to hook up to our bean planter. Got it out here, got it unfolded a little bit. It's not too bad. Brock did a pretty good job. I just noticed things like that dirt clump in there that we got to get out. And so I'm gonna take some time. We'll clean it up a little bit and we'll get it unhooked. It won't be perfect when I'm done with it either, but we can get some of this stuff off. So we'll probably get the spray foam out, hit it with the foam. Won't take too long here. So yesterday was the 4th of July. I didn't do a whole lot, but we did do a few things. One of them was take fuel up to the generator at the irrigation field, and I also took the drone up, took some drone footage. So while I'm washing here, you guys watch my drone footage of the irrigation field. We'll talk about it when I'm done. Somehow I always get wet when I'm power washing. Anyway, we're done. It's not perfect. It's still gonna look dirty, but I hear there's a product called like Salt Gone or Salt Off or something like that that's meant to get salt off of vehicles like in winter. But I wonder if it would work really well on this planter because the fertilizer that we use has salt in it, and that's what forms this like white film on everything that doesn't come off with just water. So anyway, we're gonna park this. So what did you think of my drone video? Pretty dang cool watching that thing work. And the really nice thing is like it just keeps running. Like it's running now. It's covering the field. We're getting our fertilizer on. We're gonna go up here in a little bit and check our fertilizer tank just to see how much is gone. But when I was up there yesterday, it was down 300 gallons from where we started. That's right. So everything is good. And I'm sure a lot of you are gonna point out how much corn is just mowing it down and running over everything. And yeah, it runs over some corn. You can see it. I'm gonna throw some screenshots. You can see it in this picture. That's the backbone. See how it kind of has those curves? That's where it's making its turns in the center path and curving each way. And it knocks some corn over there, no doubt about it. And you can see why they call it a backbone. It kind of looks like that and stuff. I could next year maybe plant one planter pass right down the middle of that field, kind of as a halfway end rows, and use that as the backbone. Would that run over a little less? Maybe. I don't know if it would make a huge difference, but it might be a little bit better. Might be an option anyway to help eliminate some other turns elsewhere. But here's a picture of what we've been doing in the past. Now tell me that we're running over more corn doing it this way with the rain than I was with the Cadman hard hose traveler. We had that center lane that was corn that we had to mow it out. Like took the mower up there and mowed that until we had a 15, 20 foot wide path to put the traveler on, lay our pipe down, drive back and forth, all of that stuff. I don't have to do that now. So yeah, we're running some of that corn over, but I'm not mowing it all out. Like most of it's gonna survive. And then the other big factor is this drives down the rows and it goes over the top of the corn, and it will go over the top of the corn right up until harvest or until black layer. I don't have those paths. See all those paths in that irrigation picture from 2 years ago with the drone? There was 9 lanes that were 4 rows wide that we did not plant. Didn't even plant it. And yeah, we saved the seed cost, but we gained close to 3 or 4 acres by just planting the whole field and not having those paths out there. So running a little bit of this corn over is not a big deal. All right, well, we got the corn planter unhooked. I want to get the bean planter hooked up. Unfortunately, the bean planter is sitting where the corn planter needs to be for its winter storage hibernating spot. So we got to move that and then get the corn planter and put it back in here. It doesn't have to be done today. It won't be done today, but we are going to get this hooked up. We got to move my trailer here with our concrete on it. That's another job that's got to get done eventually here. Some of you are going to ask, why are you using the bean planter instead of the air seeder? I just went over why we're using the air seeder instead of the bean planter when we were down to Berkey the other day, and now I'm switching it up on you. Well, short answer is it's here. It's here. The air seeder is at Berkey, and there are beans still in there from the spring. Not a lot, but there are some that need to get out, and the easiest way to get them out is just to plant them. What we're doing here is this field across the road, which they've already got some of the straw baled up over there. Gotta get the bales picked up yet, but we're just gonna hook that planter up. We're gonna plant out what's in the tanks. We've got like 6 or 8 open bags in there that are clean out from changing varieties earlier this year. I've got a pallet of open bags down there in the seed warehouse from the plot, and I've got some extra plot bags that didn't get planted, and I've got 9 bags of treated beans left in the barn down there. 9 bags. Now I can call a return truck and have them come and pick up those 9 bags, but I don't really think it's worth it to send a whole truck to return $400 worth of beans. That just seems dumb. So I'm going to plant them. So we're going to have essentially 15 to 20 different varieties mixed together out here in this field. They may or may not even get harvested. I have no idea at this point. So we're just going to use the 1790 and get them in the ground. I'm not sure why it makes so much noise. I've lubed everything up. This probably isn't the best for lubricant. Maybe that's why. You should get some better stuff up here. Dad brought this. Anyway, it's working. Look, we're down to just over 300 gallons. It's been like 2 days since we brought that up here. It's what it's supposed to do. So we're getting our nitrogen and our sulfur on, getting across the field. I think, let's get corn so tall you can't see anything anymore. I think the machine should be working its way up over there. I might walk out along the road just to make sure that we haven't lost any drops and everything looks good. But yeah, this corn's growing. It's gonna start shooting tassels here in the next couple of days, I can tell. We should do a plant dissection video. We need to do that. Maybe tomorrow. We might do that tomorrow. Yep, there it comes. It watered the ends here overnight. Ah, dang, that is so awesome. Puts that water right on them rows. Great. Our center drops are still there. That's good. All 4 of them are still there. Get out of the way of that tire. This thing won't stop. It'll run you over. You better be paying attention. Where are we at here? Right there. Watering. That's a lot of water. Feels like a lot of water flowing down the row. It does get outside the rows where we have tire tracks from side dressing, from spraying, from planting. Man, that is a lot of water. It'll soak in. Doing its job. Hose is laying down nice. Everything looks good here. Look at that. everything's good here. This corn looks pretty good. It's got a touch of a lighter green color to it. This is a different variety that you can pick out in those overhead shots. We're in the south side of the field. That's the lighter stuff. But maybe this nitrogen and sulfur we're putting on will green it up and make it look better. Quickly here, we'll do a little agronomic lesson. You can see our bottom leaves are kind of dried up. Hard to tell where that original first leaf is, the rounded leaf. They're pretty well gone at this point. But you see these roots coming out here at ground level? Those are nodal roots. It's generally the 6th node that comes out at ground level. So this one would be 7, I think. It could be 5 and 6, but I think it's 6 and 7 here. So let's just say that this is the 7th node. That makes this the 7th leaf collar. So then we're at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We've got 15 visible leaf collars. That puts this corn at V15. The tassel is right inside this wrapped up leaf right here. You can feel it. Like I said, a few more days. 3 days to a week and this field will be tasseled. Well, I made it back from the irrigation field and from lunch and from the bank, and now we're going to hook up a planter here. This back window is filthy. Should have washed it. It's better. See if I can do this without having to move the combine. Not sure if we'll be able to or not. Got it! At least it's hooked up. Now can we get out? Ride the brake. Gonna knock my bucket of oil over. I better go move it. Alright, got all the hoses and electrical connections hooked up. Should be good to go. Like I said, there's some beans in there. You can see the line there on the bottom. I believe they are 2.2s. 2.2 maturity beans. They were the last ones we finished with there. I've got 3 more bags of those down in the seed warehouse that we need to put in there and plant those out, and then we'll throw all of our mixed stuff in. Alright, well, I brought the planter over here, got it unfolded, and everything's ready to go. They're still picking up bundles and bales here. We're not going to go now, but they're getting them all piled up. Should be in to get them soon. Whatever, not a big deal. This isn't going to take us that long to plant this, a couple hours maybe, so we aren't going to get in a big rip. Alright, so while we're waiting for them to get those bundles picked up there, I went to use our gas-powered power washer the other day and realized that we don't have a hose for it. I don't know if when I sold our old hot water power washer, I gave away the hose that we had been using for the gas one, the portable one, which we don't use it very much. So, or if it broke, we had one that blew and it broke, and I'm wondering if that was the one that we used for this portable one. But anyway, we don't have one. And so when we needed to use it a couple weeks ago, we had to take the one off of the new power washer, which is fine, but it's kind of it doesn't just come right off because it's on that reel and everything. So I'm gonna go buy a hose because I need to use it. So I'm gonna go buy a hose. So I grabbed some fittings that I need to match or whatever. The hose won't come with fittings, but we can get the right ones to put on. And we're gonna do that while we're waiting for these guys. And they're doing a good job. Look, a hose. We have a power washer, floor cleaner store not too terribly far from here that it's handy, but this was a very expensive hose. I did a little digging and looking up on my way home as I was leaving, because I was just curious. I paid double for this hose what I could buy one for online, at least double. Man, it's hard to do business with somebody like that. Well, anyway, we've got that. So the guys are getting the bales picked up. So we're going to go start planting beans. They're still picking up a few, but we can get started. We'll be fine. We are getting a few raindrops. I don't think it's actually going to amount to anything. So I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to go start planting. I got to grab those few bags that we got down here in the seed warehouse. I got 3 bags. It's the same variety that's in the planter. I would like to plant with that. The rest of the partial bags, we're just going to bring the planter over here probably and throw them in. Oh yeah, I got a sheet of steel hung yesterday, which doesn't seem like a big accomplishment in of itself, but I did it by myself, and I had to cut around them 2 brackets to do it. I was pretty proud of myself, so the next one goes up much easier. I dumped those 3 bags in. That's what we got in half the planter. So those are all the same variety. They're a 2.2, which if you've been following along when I talk about soybean maturities and double crops, you'll know that you shouldn't plant early beans for double crops. These are early beans. They're just what we've got. So we're using them up. It'll be an interesting test because that's only going to plant, oh, I don't know how much is in there, 5 to 10 acres maybe. So not a lot. So it's not a big deal. I've had got another seed customer that swears by planting really early beans for double crop, and I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense, doesn't logically doesn't work, but we'll have our good little test here. Walking over here to the planter. For those of you wondering why we're called Border View Farm, so you can't see the sign, it's because of that post right there. See that little line? See this side here, it says Michigan. This side over here, that says Ohio. That's it, right there. It's the state line. Cuts us right in half. Oh my gosh, it's a near catastrophe. There's no GPS receiver on this tractor. We can't plant beans like that. No, I'm not holding the steering wheel. I got one in the office. I forgot, I stole the one off of there to put it on the combine. I had the RTK receiver on that tractor this spring, and we run it on the combine in the summer and the fall. So I don't have one. I'm like, well, this isn't gonna work. It also does all my documentation and making sure that I know what's planted where, and we've got different varieties going in. It's more than just the fact that it does the auto steer, but it does do the auto steer, so we're gonna need it. And we're off planting. I haven't ran this planter since March 25th. Yes, you can stop beeping at me. I know it's low on down pressure, but the air compressor's running. It'll get there. It's fine. Well, we got beans going in the ground. We're planting at 225,000 seeds per acre. That's a lot. That's a lot. So those meters are turning quickly. It's okay. That's what we do for double crops. So they still got some bales back here. I'm making them nervous now. They're sprinting in a little bit of a hurry. That's okay. Well, we get time. I'll wait. I don't need them to worry about it right now. I mean, yes, I want them to get them picked up so I can get these planted, but it doesn't matter if I do it now or in 2 hours. So, whatever. I couldn't see over the hill to realize they had somebody back here, otherwise we would have just waited a little while. We'll see if they get enough out of the way here. I can plant this variety out, and then we can get it filled back up and give them a little longer to get stuff cleaned up and out of here. Well, those beans in that tank aren't going to go very far. We've got 5 acres done, but I bet we don't make it back to the end of the field here. We are planting on a little bit of an angle, so we made 2 passes along the side here, and now we're on our angle going back up towards the road, and that's why the section control is turning on 4 rows at a time. On the bean planter, they're in sets of 4. Yeah, 31's about out there. We'll wait till a couple rows. Tell me that they aren't planting anymore. I'll go fill up. It's weird that it's just one like that. Yeah, I understand. Oh, there's some more. There, they're all dropping off. That's what you expect. All right, let's go fill her up. This is the pallet of leftover beans from the bean plot. So we're just dumping all of those in. They're all different varieties, all different maturities, different herbicide trait platforms, doesn't matter. Dump them in. Back when we were treating beans, I was telling you guys that I take a sample from every batch. That's what these are. A few of you asked, what happens to the samples from last year? They're in those buckets, and they're about to get thrown in the planter for double crop. That's what happens to them. Tried to keep them even. I don't know how good of a job I did, but we got a bunch of beans in there. Now there's 6 or 8 bags down at the farm yet we got to go over there and get. then we can go finish planting them. Back to planting, and they got all the bales picked up, so we're in good shape. Cleaning up a broken bale there even. Thanks, guys. Take your chaff, that's good. Plant until we run out of seed. I doubt we'll get this whole field done. There's like 37 acres in this field. I highly doubt we'll get that much done, but we'll see how it goes. There's our low tank warning. You can see daylight. We got a little more in the right tank, left side of the picture here, on the other side, but not by a lot. We're just going to keep planting. Once it starts going empty, we keep planting until all the rows stay there empty. So where are we at? 23, almost 24 acres planted so far. We should get, around 25. It's about what I thought we would do. That'll pretty much do it. Every now and then it gets a bean, so it thinks it's still planting. Once that says 1 through 32, there's as little beans left in this planter as possible. Alright, well, we're done. Cool. We'll go put this in the barn, put it away for now, and it can be cleaned up. So there's another project to add to the list. Okay, checking jobs off the list. Got the rest of the beans done, cleaned up. That feels good. So I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to take the gas power washer and my new hose that I bought and go power wash the porch off at my house tonight. Sounds like fun, right? Yeah. Anyway, have a great weekend. I'm going to try, we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to try and make a video tomorrow. We'll do our corn plant dissection video. So if you haven't seen that one before, I've done these in the past. Basically, we're going to take a corn plant that is not yet tasseling, but getting close, and dissect it. Kind of pull all the leaves off of it, open it up, find the tassel inside the whorl and the top leaves, find the little mini ears that are on there. Go ahead and leave your guesses down below as to how many ears are on a corn plant this time of year, and we'll count them up tomorrow and take a look at the nodes and just do a little agronomic lesson. So that's the plan. It should happen tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, maybe I'll make it on Sunday and I'll post Monday. Also, if I get a chance, I've been wanting to do a live stream from the irrigation field, so maybe we'll do that, maybe we won't, I don't know, but sometime this weekend, kind of be on the lookout for that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, Farm Focused is doing their promotion right now. $5 from every t-shirt sold from any participating brand. You can find those brands on our social media stuff. I've shared the page and stuff, but most of the brands on Farm Focus. But $5 from every t-shirt you buy from any of those brands is going to the 50-mile march to support veterans, homelessness, and mental health issues. And I think it's a great cause. So if you've already got your merch and you would still like to contribute and donate to that, there is a link to a Give Butter site to support Morgan, one of the co-owners of Farm Focus, doing the 50-mile march, and I would appreciate it. So thank you. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys later.